Hi everyone, welcome to Friday Yoga. We'll get started in just a few minutes, so if you want to roll out your mat, get your space situated, and we will get going. I'm going to hop over just to share this to my group, and then we'll get some movement going. So take a seat on your mat or space, and we will start shortly. Here. Okay, so let's get started on our mat. So still in Wisconsin, and it is sunny and snowing. Not sure what it's like where you are at. Hopefully not too cold and gray. But with that, if you don't make it outside today, at least you can get a nice stretch indoors. So we'll start seated. Start to sit up a little bit taller, reaching the crown of your head towards the sky, elongating the back of your neck, even taking a slight tilt of the chin down towards the chest, really feeling any tightness or crunching in the back of the neck, just smooth out. Start to breathe in through your nose, and open mouth, exhale. Take a breath in and a breath out. You can let your hands rest on your knees, palms face up to receive energy, and you can let the palms face down if you feel you need more grounding. Continue the breath in and the breath out. Find any rounding in your spine, lift through the ribs, take the shoulders back, down, away from your ears. Start to imagine your heart, your chest lifting towards the sky. Everything is lifting out from your waist as you continue to breathe. Slowly blink your eyes open. Maybe you take a big yawn, waking up for the day. Take your arms up towards the sky, and then take your right hand down towards your right and start to lift that left arm up and over to the right. Feeling a nice stretch in the left side of the body. Feels so good. Try to keep that left hip planted on the ground. Be heavy in that left hip as you reach towards the right with the left fingertips. Stay bent into that right arm as you reach the left arm up and over to the left, hovering the left hand above the ground, feeling a release in the left side of the neck. Relatively deep stretch. Continue to breathe. Use your right hand to bring your head back to center, and we'll sweep both arms up towards the sky. And take the left hand down to the mat and bring the right arm up over to the right. I love seeing students / best friends joining me. Keeping bent into that left arm, to the right arm up and over to the left. Again, keeping the right hip down on the ground, really stretching from the side. So if you notice you're kind of leaning over, just sit that hip back down and then stretch through the side ribs. Stay bent into that left arm as you reach the right arm up and over to the right, hovering the right hand, letting your head just fall to the left. And then take your left hand and lift your head back to center so you're not straining that right side of the neck. And then come forward onto all fours, tabletop pose. So take a look at your stance, shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees, and we'll flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. So drop your belly, lift your gaze, pull your shoulders down towards your waist, open up the heart, and on your exhale, round your spine, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, look up for cow pose. And exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale for cow, look up. And exhale, round for cat. Let's take a few more rounds of cat-cow, opening up the front and back body. You take your head from side to side. Your hips can sway from side to side. Whatever feels good. And when you're ready, return to a neutral spine and we'll take a few twists. So keep that left hand planted as you inhale the right arm high. Really stretch through those right fingertips as you pull your belly button towards your spine. And on your exhale, take that right arm under the left, bringing the right side of your head down to your mat or shaggy carpet. Press into your left hand to deepen the twist. So you continue to reach to the left with the right hand, press down into your mat with the left. If this feels good, stay here. If you want to take this a little bit further, reach that left arm up towards the sky and take the left arm around your lower back, taking hold of the right hip crease. Keep the hips over the knees as you use your left hand to open up the left shoulder and twist a little bit further. Take a breath here. Release that bind, lift the left arm high, take the left hand down to the mat and press into the mat with that left hand as you unravel the twist. Reach high with the right arm and take that right hand down to the mat. Let's take this on the other side. Keep that right hand planted as you inhale the left arm high, opening up to the left, reach through those fingertips, and then take that left arm under the right, taking the left side of your head down to the mat. You can use that right hand to press and deepen the twist, feel a few cracks. Feels good to me. Keep the belly button pulled in. If you want to take that bind, reach the right arm high and take that right hand around your lower back, taking hold of that left hip crease. Open up through the right shoulder as you twist a little bit further. Take a breath in and a breath out. Release that bind, lift the right arm high, take that right hand down to the mat, press into the mat with the right hand as you unravel the twist, reaching the left arm up, and take that left hand down to the mat. Returning into our neutral tabletop, take the right foot back, keep those toes tucked under, and let's just shift that heel forward and back. Starting to open up the back of the right leg. I went for a walk this morning. It was cold, got snowed on. Felt good, but my calves are tight. Oh, so this feels good. If you want to add a little balance challenge, you can reach the left arm forward as you pull the core in. So you continue moving forward and back. And then place that left hand down if you lifted it up. And then we're going to stop the rocking and flatten the right heel down as we open up to the right for a supported side plank. So your right foot is flat on the mat, ground, or carpet. Your Left knee is on the mat, is connected with the ground as you reach through your right fingertips all the way up to the sky. If you find this is a little wobbly, you can move that right foot a little bit in front of you. It can help with your balance and feel a little bit more stable. Let's take the right arm up over our head. Really a nice stretch all the way from our fingertips down to our toes. If you'd like to stay in the supported side plank, do so. If you'd like to take this to a full side plank, come on off of that knee as you continue to reach through the right arm. We'll take one more breath. And wherever you're at, return to your tabletop pose. Taking that right knee down, right hand down. Let's take this on the other side. Take the left toes, tuck the left toes under as you take that left leg back and just start to rock that heel forward and back. I had a little incident with my toe a few weeks ago and just felt it again. I don't think it's totally fine, but that's okay. You can still do yoga. Take that right arm out in front of you and pull in the core for an extra balance challenge. So continue opening up the back of the left leg. Take the right hand down. We're going to flatten that left heel down as we open up to the left for our supported side plank. You can get a lot of benefits of side plank even in the supported side plank. You're still engaging your core, really engaging everything that you would be in a side plank. So it's a great place to be. You can take that left arm up overhead, doing a nice side body stretch all along the left side. Take a nice big breath here. And then take the left hand down to the mat, bringing the left knee to meet the right in a tabletop pose. We'll all meet in tabletop and then spread your fingers wide, hands shoulder distance apart, tuck your toes under as you lift your hips up and back, down dog. Start to pedal out your feet left and right, dropping one heel towards the ground and then the next. Let your head relax towards the mat, towards the ground. Release any tension and tightness you're holding on into your neck and possibly shoulders. If you find your back rounding, bend the knees as you tilt the tailbone up and then straighten the legs. And then you can let your heels float down towards the mat. Continue to breathe. Come on up on your toes and come forward to a plank pose, shoulders over your wrists. Take a breath here. You can always do this on your knees. And then without moving your hands or feet, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and step or float to the top of your space for ragdoll. Take your feet hip distance apart. Keep a nice bend in the knees as you let your head hang heavy towards the ground. Again, releasing any tension and tightness in the neck, in the shoulders. Just let everything hang and relax. Shift your weight towards the ball of your feet. Shift it back in the heels. Shift it back in the ball. And decide on that center of the foot. Wiggle the toes to release any gripping. You take a hold of each elbow. Just sway from side to side if that feels good. Shake your head yes and no. Release your hands down to the mat and we'll take a few twists. So keep that left hand planted as you bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg, and reach the right arm to the sky. If you want to take that bind like we did earlier, take the right arm around your lower back, taking hold of that left hip crease as you open up to the right. Twisting at the waist, pulling the belly button to the spine as you open that right shoulder. Release the grip, inhale the right arm high, and take that right hand down to the mat. Let's switch sides. So bending into the right leg, straighten the left leg. As you inhale the left arm high, you can stay here or you can take the bind, wrapping the left arm around the lower back, taking hold of that right hip crease as you open up through the left shoulder. Twisting at the waist, pulling the belly button in to protect the spine, and breathe. You took that bind, release the grip, inhale the left arm high, and take that left hand down to the mat. Let's flow through that twist once more. Inhale the right arm high, gaze can follow the right fingertips. Take that right hand down and switch over to the left side, taking that left arm up and bring the left hand down. Now slowly let your head hang heavy, roll to a stand, one vertebrae at a time. Head coming up last. Shrug the shoulders into your ears, back and down. Let's do that twice more. Shoulders up, back and down. One more time. And then take your hands to heart center. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can do so as well. If you would like to acknowledge an intention for your practice today, feel free to take this moment and do that now. Let's take a breath together. Inhale through the nose. And open mouth. Exhale. Blink your eyes open. Sweep your arms down by your side. Inhale your arms high, mountain pose. Let's take a gentle back bend. So on your exhale, cactus the arms as you lift the heart. Inhale, arms straight. And exhale, fold forward and down. Let your head fall towards the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, hands come to your shins, flatten out your spine, and exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, and exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand, arms sweep high, and take the hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms down and up, and exhale, fold forward, hands through heart center. Inhale, lift halfway, flatten the back, and exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, sweep the arms down and high, and take the hands to heart center. Inhale, arms down and up, and exhale, fold forward, hands can float through the midline. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, exhale, fold. This time plant your hands, step the right leg back in a low lunge. So set your low lunge up, feet about hip distance apart. You can drop the right knee down. As you untuck the toes, lift your arms high, Anjaneyasana. So if you want to take this lunge a little bit deeper, walk those left toes slightly towards the top edge of your mat or space. Then that will allow a little bit more room to sink down. Take a hold of the right wrist and reach it up and over to the left. Feeling a nice stretch in the front of that right leg. Feeling a nice stretch in the right rib cage. Continue to breathe. Inhale to center. Let's switch the grip, taking that left arm up and over to the right. Staying into the lunge as you breathe. Inhale to center, release the grip, drop the hands down to the mat, tuck the right toes under as you come off of the right knee. Keeping the right hand planted, inhale the left arm high for a twist. You can stay here if you'd like to join me in a horizon lunge. Start to drop onto the outer edge of the right foot, the outer edge of the left foot, and start to sink the hips down towards your mat. Stretch that left arm, reach towards the back of your mat, and breathe. Lift everything up and take that left hand down to the mat, returning to our low lunge. Step the right foot to meet the left in a forward fold, and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms high, and take the hands back to heart center. Sweep the arms down and up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back in a low lunge. So set your low lunge up, getting the feet positioned for balance. Drop down onto that left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale the arms high, Anjaneyasana. If you want to sink a little bit lower into those hips, start to walk the right foot forward and then bend into the right knee a little bit further. Take a breath here. Take a hold of the left wrist this time and reach it up and over to the right. Should feel a stretch all the way down your left side here. All the way and even into your left hip. Inhale to center. Switch the grip and take the right arm up and over to the left. Inhale to center, drop the hands down to the mat, tuck the left toes under. So you come off of the left knee, keep the left hand planted, and inhale the right arm high. You can stay in your easy twist here, or if you want to try that horizon lunge, drop to the edge of the left foot, the outer edge of the right foot, let the hips fall, sink down towards your mat, and reach towards the back of your space with your right hand. Lift everything up and take that right hand down to the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right in your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain pose, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms down and up. Let's take a hold of that right hand, right wrist again, and reach it up and over to the left. So shift those hips to the right as you reach the right arm up to the left, pretty much pulling the right arm with the left arm up and over. Inhale to center, switch out the grip, take that left arm up and over to the right as you shift the hips to the left. Rotating the heart towards the sky and not sinking forward. And breathe. Inhale to center, release the grip. Take a gentle back bend, cactusing the arms. Inhale, mountain pose, and exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your feet back into a plank pose, and either push back, down dog, or join me in a chaturanga. Shoulders shift over the wrists, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Take a breath in, and a breath out. One more breath, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. We're going to stay in our low lunge just for a minute, setting up the hips. Press down into the right foot to lift all the way up in a high crescent lunge. So our high crescent lunge, the left heel remains lifted off of the mat. Your hips are squared towards the front of your space. And you'll start to sink down into that right knee. the ultimate goal is having your right thigh parallel to the ground. Bending as much as you can is exactly where you should be right now. So take one more breath in. And on your breath out, we're going to open up right away, Warrior Two. So opening up to the left side of your space. Your right heel is aligned with the arch of your left foot. It's a good measure to get you in a aligned pose. Arms reaching out, front and back, and sink a little bit lower into that right knee. Let's reverse our warrior. Inhale the right arm up and back, feeling that stretch in the right side. And on your exhale, come on forward to extended side angle. Taking that right forearm to the right thigh, shifting the hips back as you lift the left arm up to the sky. Imagine that you're twisting at the waist to rotate your heart to the ceiling, sky, space above, and breathe. Keep your legs right where they're at. Reverse your warrior. Lift that right arm up and back. And on your exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat and step your right foot to meet the left. Flow through a chaturanga or push back down dog. Always can skip the chaturangas. Let's take that left leg up and back. Exhale, step through a lunge. Setting ourselves up for our high lunge. Get your feet parallel to one another. Press down into the left foot as you inhale, the arms high above. So you can see, right now I'm not very bent into that left leg. The goal is to come down into that left knee, keeping the right heel off the ground, and then straightening that right leg. Take one more breath. And then let's open up Warrior Two. So drop the right heel down, open the arms out long, and sink down into that left knee. Hips are starting to open. Heat is starting to build. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm up and back. Feeling that stretch in the left side. And on your exhale, take that left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Twisting at the waist, rotate your heart to the sky. And breathe. Keep your legs right where they're at. Reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches up and back. And on your exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And flow through chaturanga or push back down dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And if you ever want an extra challenge, I highly recommend practicing on carpet instead of your mat. Oh. Okay, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Rise, crescent lunge, arms sweep up overhead. And then on your exhale, open up Warrior Two. This time we're going to straighten that right leg, rotate the right toes in, and take a wide-legged forward fold. So take your hands to your hips, start to hinge at the waist. You bring your chest down towards the mat. You can take your hands onto the ground and enjoy a nice fold here. Nice butt shot. Keep a slight bend in the legs. Really let your head fall towards the ground. Let's add a few more twists. So with the flat back, press into your hands. Keep the left hand planted as you inhale the right arm high, twisting at the waist, pulling the belly button to your spine. If you want to take this stretch a little bit further, make sure to keep a slight bend in your knees Start to bring your forehead towards your right toes. So everything is remaining. All that's moving is the forehead is coming closer to your toes. Should feel a pretty intense stretch in the back of the right leg. But it should also feel pretty good. Return to center. Drop that right hand down, and let's take this over to the other side. So lift that left arm up to the sky. Again, pulling the belly button to the spine to help make room for that twist. You want to take this further, deeper, take the forehead to the left toes. Continue to breathe. Let me get deep into that back leg. Return to center. Take that left hand down to the mat. Take a nice bend in the knees. Take your hands to your hips, a flat back. Return to a stand. Arms reach up overhead and out, star pose. And bend into that right knee, returning to warrior two. Reverse the warrior, right arm reaches up and back. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot to meet the left and flow through chaturanga or push back, down dog. We'll all meet in our down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Again, squaring off the hips, preparing for our high lunge. Press down into the left foot to raise the arms up high overhead. Let's open up warrior two, dropping that right heel down, sinking into the left knee. Take a breath here, and then start to straighten that left leg as you bring the left toes in parallel to the right. We're going to take another wide-legged forward fold. This time we're going to add a shoulder opener. So clasp your hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift through your heart, and then start to fold forward and down, letting your head fall heavy towards the ground. If this feels good to you, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, start to reach your shoulders away from your ears. So you're taking your palms up towards the sky and then bringing them over your head. It'll be a little bit more intense of a shoulder opener, but it also feels really good. Continue to breathe. Release the grip of your hands. Let them fall down towards the mat. Press into the mat with your hands. Slight bend in the knees. Take your hands to your hips with a flat back. Return to a stand. Arms reach up and out. Star pose. Take up space. And then return to your warrior two to the front of the mat. Reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches up and back. And on your exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose, and flow through a chaturanga or push back, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and step or float to the top of the mat. We're going to roll to a stand all the way up, head coming up last, and do a little balancing. So today, we're going to do a standing figure four. So this is very similar to doing a figure four on your back, but we are standing. So we'll do an extra balance. So ground down into your left foot. Actually, let's start in chair pose. So bring your big toes together to touch and start to sit back into your seat. As you begin to shift your weight onto your left foot, lift your right knee up into your chest, and then take the right ankle over the left thigh. So you're getting into that figure four position while you're standing. If this is too much, you can always take this on your back. You bring your hands to heart center. Take your shoulders back as you sink down a little bit more into that left leg. You'll feel more opening in the right hip. You can start to bring your prayer down and rest it onto your right shin, connecting everything, continuing to engage the core and breathe. Start to come up, return to a stand, and bring that right knee into your chest. Take a gentle squeeze of the right knee. And then take the right leg down. And we'll do all of that on the left side. So returning to our chair pose, sinking the hips down and back. Start to shift the weight in your right foot as you bring the left knee up into your chest, taking the left ankle over the right thigh in your figure four. So start to ball out, come back in. Keep sinking down into that right knee. And imagine that you're tilting your tailbone back. So if you remember when we were in cow pose, tilt your tailbone up like down dog as well. If you can do that here, you'll feel more opening in the back of that right side. We'll take one more breath. And then start to come up. If you want to take that squeeze of the left knee up into your chest, feel free to do that. And then take the left leg down, and we'll come down to a seat on our mat. Take your legs out in front of you. Reach your arms up to the sky, and then start to fold forward. Maybe you take a hold of your feet. Maybe just your calves, your thighs, whatever feels good to you. Really doesn't matter, just enjoy the fold. Release any grip that you're holding on to and start to roll up to a seat. Take your arms out long, pull your core in as you slowly roll down all the way onto your back. Take your right knee into your chest. And take the right knee even over to the right shoulder, outside of the rib cage, where there's a little bit more room to stretch that hip. Take a breath in. And on your breath out, take the right knee over to the left for a supine twist. You can reach that right arm up overhead or out to the side. I actually will sometimes, almost like I'm washing the ceiling, make circles to get more mobility in my shoulder and feel really nice. You can rotate those circles. And then start to bring that right knee back to center. Switch out the legs, taking the right leg out long. Bring the left knee a little closer to that left shoulder if you can. Taking advantage of the space on the left side of your rib cage to bring it a little closer to the shoulder. Take a breath in. And on your breath out, take the left knee over to the right for a supine twist. Enjoy any cracks or adjustments that your spine decides to move into, and you can bring that left arm up overhead or out to the side. If those arm circles felt good, you can take them on this side. It's like you're washing the ceiling. Start to bring the right knee back to center. Take both knees into your chest. If you'd like to take happy baby here, something that is available, take a hold of the outside of your feet Keeping your tailbone connected to your mat, start to pull down on your feet, bringing your knees a little bit closer to the ground. If this is too much, you can always take a hold of the back of your thighs, whatever feels good to you. You want to even straighten a leg or two. And then release your legs, bring your knees back to center. Bring everything up into a ball. Take one big breath in. And on your exhale, release everything down and out, moving on to your final resting pose, Shavasana. Let your feet splay out to the side. Your arms rest down along your body. Feel your knuckles, your toes, or heels, everything relaxing down towards the earth. Start to return to your natural breathing rhythm, supported by the ground beneath you. If you'd like to enjoy a few more moments, or many more moments in more Shavasana, please do so. If you'd like to be guided off of your mat and on to the rest of your day, start to invite small movements in your fingers and your toes. Take your head from side to side, be awakening each inch of your body, one part at a time. Reach your arms up over your head. Enjoy a full body stretch from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Start to slowly bring your knees into your chest and roll over onto your side, letting your head rest on your forearm like a pillow. Enjoy a moment here. Using your hands, start to press yourself up to a seated position. You can take your hands to heart center if you'd like. Feel free to close your eyes. Thank you all for joining me today. This was a lovely practice on a sunny, snowy, showery kind of day. I thank you all for your energy over the web. Take your hands to third eye center and bow forward in gratitude. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Zoom people, hold on one sec. Facebook people, have a great weekend and hope you join in on Monday. Bye.